Moving on to the Emirates team. You were actually the first one to bring in coaches when you were in the Brazilian top team. From the stories I've heard and from talking to all the coaches here, mainly Carlos, I've heard that you had an agreement with Sheikh Tahnoon or Mohammed bin Thaloub to send in coaches, or a Brazilian top team type agreement to send in coaches every... Can you talk about how it began?
Yeah, pretty much what happened was that Sheikh Tahnoon asked me to bring some fighters. He trusted in my judgment. So I started bringing some fighters, some coaches to teach here in the club. But he said that he would like to bring in one each month. He has his reasons. I don't know. So we brought one, we brought other, and Carlos came. When Carlos came, I felt that he was the only one who really came with his heart and his soul. He came here to stay, and I could feel it. I could feel that he was the only one who really was willing to work with his heart, and that's the result. The next time, one of the times, Sheikh Tahnoon asked me, "Hey, you can bring a guy here for a year?" I said, "Yeah, I know the guy." So Carlos came for a year, and then he started staying, and then we end up where we are. So he met Sheikh Mohammed. Sheikh Mohammed had the wisdom to put Jiu-Jitsu at the schools, and we are where we are.
And the results, of course, are the school Jiu-Jitsu in schools. And before we go into that, because that's a big subject, you were here for the World Professional Cup last year.
Right.
Or actually earlier this year.
This year.
Yeah. What do you think? That's the result of the beginning of how it all began.
Right.
What do you think? You being there, I think, is a special moment because.
One of my advice to Carlos when he started doing this new project, I tried to use my experience and try to pass my experience to him. I said, listen, if you want to develop Jiu-Jitsu anywhere, you have to create a scenario where people not just learn to fight, but develop a will to compete. Competition is everything, in my point of view. In business, in life, you have to compete, you have to fight, you have to, every day. When you wake up, you fight to get up from bed, you're tired. So you have to compete against yourself. So competition is very important. So to see a competition like I did this year was amazing. Fighters from all over the country, all over the world actually. Fighters with very well talented, a very high skilled competition, and very well organized. Sheikh Mohammed was there, giving this support. That was very important. And,
I believe the last time he or any of his brothers attended an event was 2000 actually, or 2001. Sorry.
Yeah.
That was the last time, so it was a
great
nice surprise.
So
yeah.
He seems to enjoy the jiu-jitsu, and he has the wisdom to see that sport, especially jiu-jitsu, is going to do good for the Emirate kids and for the Emirate community as overall, because there is a lack of a sport. I think there is a lack of a sport here. People have, at the moment here, we have everything, and at some point we forget about that, that thing of going over your limits, to try to see, how long I can stand doing something, how long my body can overcome pain, overcome discipline. You know, so how tough I am, not tough with other person, but with myself. How can I control my own ignorance? How can I forgive somebody that is not strong as me, even though he made a bad thing to me? When I try to understand that, Jiu-Jitsu brought this to me. When I try to understand that, that's what Jiu-Jitsu is all about. So, and Sheikh Mohammed can see this, and he was, in my point of view, his wisdom was showing in this new project that he's doing.
I think you just answered the question I was about to ask you about why would Jiu-Jitsu be important for our kids, you know? So, you know, the school project. Last year it was 12 schools. Now it's double that number, double the coaches. You know, female, male, triple actually. So, you know, what's your opinion on that? I mean, some people are saying, oh, this is just a short-term project. I don't think it's going to work with our mentality and our culture. What do you think about that? I mean,
I think you know, I don't know much about the Arabic culture. I mean, because I come to Abu Dhabi a lot, but you know what I know about the Arabic culture is from the books, from the movies, and I always see warriors, you know, with honor, with respect. No matter what movie you see, you know those guys fighting for everything. I think Jiu-Jitsu is something like that. You know, Jiu-Jitsu gives you discipline, gives you perseverance, gives you respect. You learn how to understand yourself, to understand the other's mistakes, the other person's mistake. To understand that power is not everything, but the knowledge is the most important thing. And I was used to say when I was used to teach that this is not a Jiu-Jitsu school. This is a school of discipline. Because if you have discipline, you can achieve a lot of things, maybe almost everything. And Jiu-Jitsu taught me that, you know, I succeed in my career as a fighter because I have a very intense discipline. I always believed in the routine. I always believed in training, in sacrifice yourself to overcome your limits, and of course everything together with respect and respecting your partner, respecting your opponent. And this lesson, I think, is the most important thing that Jiu-Jitsu can give to who is playing. So I think that's the biggest legacy that the UAE is gonna have with the Jiu-Jitsu here. And I've seen, you know, in Brazil, not just in Brazil, but the whole world now, everybody has access to everything. You open up the refrigerator, the food there. You want to go there, I want to take a car. So it's easy. Everything is easy. So Jiu-Jitsu, when you are on the mat training hard, you bring your natural instincts alive. And this is very important. So you go up healthy, you understand your body, and mentally you are stronger. So you are more prepared for life, you're more prepared for your family, you're more prepared for your business. And I believe doing that, you know, you became a better human being.
How does it make you feel to know that maybe more than half the Emirates team coaches are actually, you know, your black belt? You know, I mean, you promoted them to black belt. I mean, I can list the names. It's it's a huge list. They all come from either Carlson Gracie, BTT. I mean, how does that make you feel?
Oh, I feel very, very well, very good. I feel very happy, and I think this is one of the most presents that I can have.
I'm sure they're also happy to see you come in all the time and watch their work, closely. And I think it's pretty impressive to have these kind of. It speaks highly of you because their personality reflects on who taught them all these things, and I think this is a valuable thing that we as students are benefiting from.
Thank you.